We just got some new Pokemon V-Star and V-Maxes, and you know we gotta try them. Hey, Nick from 9Card TCG, and today we're going to be looking at the brand new Zeraora V-Star and V-Max. There's also actually a V that comes with this little kit. However, there's also a Deoxys V-Star and V-Max box. We are not covering that one today. We're only talking about Zeraora. We'll get to Deoxys eventually. But for now, I want to talk about Zeraora, and I tried this card, or these cards, in two different builds. The first one was kind of an obvious one for me. It was Zeraora with Arceus, and I gotta tell you, I was getting super frustrated on stream. Like, I was not enjoying that deck whatsoever. I don't know why. It was just Arceus plus Zeraora, and it just wasn't working. Nothing I did or no game I played was like, yeah, this actually feels pretty good. The only game I think I actually won with that deck was when I just used the Arceus, and that wasn't particularly good. So we moved on to a different version of Zeraora, which is the one you're going to see in today's video. That is a Lost Zone box version of Zeraora. And I guess we'll just get into the deck profile and show off some gameplay from a Twitch stream that I did. But before we do, if you haven't already, do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff tells YouTube this is a good channel and other people should watch it. Now, with all that said, also you can check me out on Twitch, of course, and I have links to all that, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, in the video description. Now, let's head over to PTCGO and take a look at this deck profile. The Zeraora V we're using is not the new one. This is actually from Chilling Reign, and it's the Rapid Strike Zeraora with the Cross Fist attack. It does 100 damage to the active for a Lightning Double Colress. However, if one of your Rapid Strike Pokemon attacked the previous turn, Cross Fist also does 160 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. I kind of like this better than the new V for this deck. Why? Well, because if your opponent doesn't have Manaphy, we're able to snipe 160 damage, which is pretty cool. Also, hitting for Lightning Double Colress is a little bit easier than hitting for Double Lightning Colress, which the other V requires. So, just one little thing. We do have a retreat cost of 2, fighting weakness, whatever. Zeraora VMAX is brand new, 320 health, still has a 2 retreat cost. Reactive Pulse for Double Lightning does 60 damage times the number of Pokemon your opponent has in play. I feel like I said that weird. It does 60 damage for each Pokemon your opponent has in play with an ability. So if we're going against a Lost Zone deck and their opponent suddenly brings up a Giratina and they have a couple of Comfeys and Cramorants on the field, you're going to be hitting for quite a bit of damage for just 2 lightning. You are also having the... What is going on with me? This English, that's not how words work. You also have Max Fist for Double Lightning Colress, and it does 240 damage during your next, you have to discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. Max Fist is very, very mediocre. If it hit for 250, I would be kind of on board with it, but because it hits for 240, when we add that choice, but we're only hitting 270, not exactly the mark we want to see. You really want to be hitting for 280. So, whatever. Then we have the V-Star, 270 health. It has free retreat, which is very nice. Crushing Beat for Double Lightning Colress, 190, and then you can discard a Stadium in play if you want. Whatever. The V-Star power is Lightning Star Storm for 3 lightning and a Colress, a very high request for an attack. However, you can choose one of your opponent's Pokemon 4 times. So you could choose the same Pokemon 4 times, or you could choose 4 different Pokemon. You can do whatever you want, right? Choose your opponent's Pokemon 4 times. And for each time you choose a Pokemon, you deal 60 damage to that Pokemon. This is a little bit annoying because we do have to deal with Manaphy, so you could modify this deck in such a way that you boss Cologne, cross with your Cologne, something like that, so that you can use this Lightning Storm Star. I'm just not really a big fan of it, if I'm being super honest. If you want to hit the same Pokemon 4 times, you are doing 240 damage for 4 energies, that is awful. Anyway, you have free retreat. That's like the best part about this card. Now, if you look at this, you're like, Nick, why do we have 2 Vs and 3 evolutions? It's because 1, we might prize a V-Star, we might get rid of 1, and then we have our option to go to the Vmax or V-Star. Some of the other stuff in this deck is Radiant Charizard. As they knock out our Vs, we can use Charizard's Combustion Blast for significantly less energy. Okay, we're pausing for a second, but everybody pause. I was losing my mind. In the song that's playing in the background, there was like a phone, like it sounded like a phone ringing, like you were calling someone, and I thought that like my computer was getting hacked or something. Like, I don't know, or my phone was, I don't know what was happening. I just heard the phone ringing, and I thought I was like having a stroke. Anyway, that... Oh, good lord. Radiant Charizard can do a ton of damage, so if we do, say, get to use Lightning Storm Star, or we use Cross Fist to put some damage onto a bench Pokemon, even if it's a VMAX, now our Radiant Charizard can come in and finish the KO. Even, again, if we use Cross Fist for just 100, or we use Cramorant for 110, Combustion Blast will be enough to clean up those Pokemon VMAXs. So, kind of important. We are also using the Unfazed Fat Snorlax. The reason we have this is for 2 purposes. 1, Unfazed Fat is a great ability to prevent it from getting hit from damage with things like Sableye or Giratina, the Star Requiem anyway. And then Thumping Snore for 3 energies does 180 damage. So again, it's just a way of 100 damage with Cross Fist and 180 with Thumping Snore is 280. We're finding ways to make math work. So it's something. We do also have 4 Comfey, so we can Flower Select. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put one of them into your hand, the other goes into the Lost Zone. This is the main way we're going to try to draw through our deck, is to use Comfeys. Why do we want a Lost Zone cards? Well, we can use Cramorant with the Lost Provisions ability. If we have 4 more cards in the Lost Zone, this attack has no energy cost, so we can hit for 110 basically for free if we use 2 Comfeys and a Colress. What is Colress's experiment? Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, put 3 into your hand, 2 into the Lost Zone. It's a very, very good card. If we need to find something like a Colress or whatever, we have Lumineon to help find a supporter, and Manaphy to protect our own bench from Radiant Greninjas and opposing snipe damage. The rest of the deck is going to be pretty similar to most Lost Zone decks. We have 4 Battle VIP passes, a lot of mobility in the form of Escape Rope, Scoop Up Net, Switch, and an Air Balloon. We have a couple of Choice Belts to do a little bit more damage. Some Path to the Peaks. Now, Path is a little weird in this deck because Path turns, it says your opponent's Pokemon or all Pokemon with the rule box have no ability. And Reactive Pulse on the VMAX does damage based on Pokemon that have, or the number of Pokemon that have abilities. So, if you are playing a deck that has rule box Pokemon and they have abilities and you have Path in play, Reactive Pulse will not count those Pokemon towards the damage. So let's say there's 2 Arceus V-Stars in play. Normally, you would hit for 120 damage with Reactive Pulse. However, if Path to the Peak is in play, you will hit for 0 damage because they technically, with Path in play, have no ability. It's not they can't use the ability, they do not have one. Can't stress that enough. Very important. Couple of Clavers to recover Pokemon or energies, or both, really. It's a really good card to reuse something like our Radiant Charizard or one of Snorlax. We need to get back a Lumineon, Manaphy, whatever it is, Pokemon, some energy. We can go ahead, pull them back from the discard, and reuse them. Twin Energy is really good for both Charizard and Snorlax, so it has multi-use there, gets 2 energies. We can't attach it to a Pokemon V or GX, so can't go onto Zeraora, but it can go onto our other Pokemon. 6 Fire Energy, 5 Lightning Energy, and a couple of Pokemon Search, Quick Ball, Ultra Ball. Mirage Gate is going to let us, if we have 7 or more cards in the Lost Zone, search our deck for 2 basic energies of different types and attach them to our Pokemon in any way we want. This is a great way to accelerate energy to Charizard, Snorlax, or even our Zeraora so that we can get Lightning Storm Star off. Oh boy, Lightning Storm Star off in in a reasonable amount of time. And then the last, very last card is Lost Vacuum, which is going to help us bump stadiums that we might not want, or tool cards. And also, it's kind of cool because we can actually use this for our own stadium or tool. So let's say we don't need Path in Play anymore, but we still need to get a card or two into the Lost Zone so that we can, I don't know, Mirage Gate. We can use Lost Vacuum, which says take a card from your hand and put it into the Lost Zone in order to use this, and then take a stadium or tool card in play and put it into the Lost Zone. So we can actually get 2 cards into the Lost Zone from Lost Vacuum if we have like our own Path in play. We can Lost Zone a card from our hand, and then Lost Zone Path to the Peak, and then boom, 2 extra cards in the deck or into the Lost Zone. Now maybe we don't have to Colress because we want a Klara, maybe we want to add a boss in here, something like that. It's just a way of getting a couple of extra things into the Lost Zone in case you need to, hit with Cramorant, but you couldn't find a Colress. You need a Mirage Gate, but you either didn't have enough cards or you can't Colress for some reason. It's a pretty decent strategy. I'll be honest with you, if you're going to play a Lost Zone deck, this is not the optimal build, but it's not bad. You have some good options against something like Palkia because you do hit really hard. Even Cross Fist here will one-shot a Palkia V with a Choice Belt attached, so that's not bad. And then the Zeraora VStar is going to easily knock out anything that's weak to lightning types, so not a bad deck, but I probably wouldn't recommend it. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out some gameplay. I'll be straight up with you. It's not the most exciting gameplay. Path was super important in this matchup, but if we didn't have Path and if we didn't play it properly, we could have lost that game pretty easily. But anyway, let's go ahead and check it out. Also, Path doesn't work well with this. Like, maybe I need to take out the Path because that removes their abilities. No, we don't want to go first. So then if we remove the abilities, the Vmax doesn't hit at all. Alright, we both have bad starts. I have like a bad start, but the Pokestop is actually maybe kind of helpful here. We're playing Mewtwo v Union. Alright, Colress is actually a really good top deck. Comfey, Battle VIP Pass, Scoop Up Net. That's pretty decent. That's actually pretty decent. So we're gonna Scoop Up Net here. Flower Select. VIP Pass. We'll use it. Get a Comfey. Get a Raikou. A Zeraora, I mean. Scoop Up Net. I don't remember which Comfey. Okay. Whew. How many do I have in here? 3. This will be 4. This attacks for lightning double colorless. It's a 2-legged Raikou. That's actually kind of funny. I'm going to take the Mirage Gate. Go into the Switch. Flower Select. Mirage Gate. We're at 5. We were close. We were close. Well, just spit innocently. Not what I want. We could have won. We could have donked with the Zeraora. Honestly, even with the Snorlax, we could have donked. I get a bunch of Vs, and they'll hit me with the Aqua Return. Almost had it. If we didn't start the Cram, if we started a Comfey, we would have been able to go to 6. Arceus, huh? They're just dumping these V Union pieces, huh? Oh, that's 3 of them. That's 3 V Union pieces, and this is not looking good. There's the 4th one. I'll tell you, I'm not a fan. Can't believe we missed the dunk. That sucks. Flower select for a... I need a lightning energy, actually. I mean, I don't really have the 2 Mirage Gates. So I'm going to take the path. Flower select. Colress. Now we Mirage Gate. We are going to do this again. We'll put the fire energy, lightning energy. We'll Colress. We get the Vmax, we get a Switch, we get a Choice Belt. We can, we're going to manually retreat. This way we can preserve the Switch. We'll path. We'll attach the twin to the Snorlax. And then we will max fist. Discard a couple of energy. And we'll take 2 prizes. So they go for the V-Star. We have the Path of the Peak in play. And they just pass. Alright. We can switch into a Comfey here. Flower select. Mirage Gate is perfect. We'll go ahead, go here, Scoop Up Net. We don't exactly get the KO, but we are pretty dang close. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna Klara. I'm gonna put 2 basic energies into my hand. We're going to attach 1 to the Zeraora now. So this way when I max fist, we have guaranteed retreat. And I have a lightning energy to attach to this Snorlax so it can attack. Or I can attack, I can just attach this energy max fist again. But being 1 energy shy does kind of stink. So let's see. Oh, they just Sharons and lose. Okay, they conceded. So there you have it, Zeraora VStar Lost Zone deck. It's all right at best. I'm not a huge fan. I probably won't play it outside of like someone has a good idea for it, or it just like, I don't know, I just for fun on stream. You want to watch me struggle? Maybe I'll play it, but overall it is very, very mid. It's probably worse than just like regular Lost Zone buck, and it's nowhere near as good as something like Giratina. So if you're gonna play a V-Star Lost Zone deck, it should be Giratina, definitely. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. Check me out on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, all that stuff, and I will see you next time.